it? Hello, can I get a count for how many seats are left, please? Thank you. There are no seats left.
No seats?
No seats? I wanted a seat. I'm quite sorry. It's standing room only.
Oh, for goodness sake.
How long is it? I'm sorry? How long is the show? Quite long.
Can't you give us an exact running time?
Just a moment. Yes, can I get an exact running time, please? Thank you. It changes. It changes? Yes, from performance to performance.
Why does it change?
Yes, why? Why does it change?
Well, it depends, you see, on a variety of factors, each of which affects the overall duration.
You don't know why.
Not really, no.
Couldn't you ask someone?
Just a moment. Yes, some people here would like to know why the running time changes. I told them that. Yes, I see. Thank you. No one knows.
What do you mean no one knows?
The question raises too many metaphysical, not to say practical considerations, to be able to give a concrete, that is to say, definitive answer.
Can't you just give us some idea?
Quite long.
How do you know it's quite long? You just said nobody knows the answer.
I'm basing my supposition on my considerable years as an usher.
And how long have you been an usher?
Oh, a considerable amount of time.
How long have you been an usher for this particular show?
Quite a long time.
Then you must know the running time.
My shift ends before the conclusion of the performance. My replacement arrives to relieve me while the show is still in progress.
And how long is it until your replacement arrives?
It depends.
Depends on what?
On when my replacement arrives.
Do you mean to say that it changes from performance to performance?
I do.
Excuse me, but what kind of operation is this?
I'm sorry.
I'm not standing in line all day for vague answers. I want assurances.
We all want that.
First, we are informed that there are no seats, that it is standing room only. Next, we are informed that no one knows the exact running time. I mean, what next?
How much is it?
How much? You mean the price?
Yes. What's the price for standing room only?
Quite expensive.
Can't you just give us an exact price?
I'll have to ask the box office. Just a moment. Box office, are you there? They've gone on break.
How long are we expected to wait?
It depends.
Depends?
Depends on what?
On when the box office is back from their break.
Let me see if I understand correctly. Are we meant to stand in line for an indeterminate amount of time to pay some astronomical sum for a show that isn't even worth seeing in the first place?
I heard it was well reviewed.
Oh, please don't talk about the reviews. Yes, I'm sorry, but have you become nothing but slaves to the reviews?
I heard it was overrated.
Who told you that?
My brother, he couldn't get tickets either. He heard it from someone else.
It seems that no one has actually seen this show, yet everyone has an opinion about it.
I've seen it.
Have you? What did you think?
Oh, it was unlike anything I've ever seen before. It was extraordinary, and yet ordinary.
Well, what's it about?
Oh, many things.
What's one thing?
Well, primarily, I'd have to say it's about death.
Oh, great.
In life too. In love and hate and art, particularly classical, but also modern, almost postmodern. And then there's a lot about family relationships. Mother-daughter relationships, father-son relationships, father-daughter relationships, mother-son relationships, and, of course, sibling relationships. There's a lot about God and the absence of God. A lot about faith and then the absence of faith. It's about greed, society, and hypocrisy. But then it's about generosity and altruism. It's about auto mechanics and dentists and teachers. Why, it's even about ushers.
It is.
You haven't seen it?
I'm always working.
Is that all?
Well, naturally. skimming the surface.
I've seen it too. It was terrible.
You thought it was terrible.
If you thought it was terrible, then why are you here?
I was so bored the first time that I fell asleep. I came back to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Well, what didn't you like about it?
Well, I agree about all those things she just described, but who cares? I mean, where's the story?
There's no story. There's a story. There are many stories.
There are many stories, but none of them add up to anything.
I admit they aren't the most conventional, while at the same time entirely conventional. They don't follow a traditional route, but they are still traditional.
I keep thinking that something might have happened while I was sleeping that will somehow explain everything. Anyway, I guess we'll see.
Did you get a sense of how long it was?
I couldn't. I was asleep. Despite that, however, I would say it seemed to go on for an eternity.
For me, it was over much too quickly.
Well, how much did you pay?
A small fortune.
Worth every penny.
That's why I decided to stand in line for the cheap seats.
I don't like standing for long stretches.
Well, it might help keep me awake.
I don't think I want to see it anymore.
Neither do I. We've become nothing but victims of advertising, haven't we? Being told what to see, being told what to like. I mean, my God, when did everyone stop thinking for themselves?
I'm getting out of line.
But you've put in so much time already.
I just don't think it's for me.
It's for everyone. Trust me.
And even if it's terrible, you don't want to miss it, do you? I have to see it, or my friends will never leave me alone.
Save your money. Take my word for it.
I have an announcement. The box office is about to open. The box office is about to open. Please have your credit cards ready.
I don't know why, but I suddenly feel very excited.
We're all suckers, if you ask me.
The box office is now officially open.
Finally! You're going to see it, aren't you?
Oh, all right. For God's sake, I only hope it's worth it. Standing room only, people. Standing room only.